As Chief Faculty Marshal, I now declare this convocation officially open. Please remain standing for the national anthem, led by the full president, class of 2014, posting of the colors by the ROTC Color Guard, and a reflection by Casey Haddock, senior class vice president.
not undermine your worth by comparing yourself with others. It is because we are different that each of us is special. Do not set your goals by what other people deem important. Only you know what is best for you. Do not take for granted the things closest to your heart. Cling to them as you would your life, for without them, life is meaningless. Do not let life slip through your fingers by living in the past, nor for the future. By living your life one day at a time, you live all the days of your life. Do not give up when you still have something to give. Nothing is really over until the moment you stop trying. It is a fragile thread that binds us to each other. Do not be afraid to encounter risk. It is by taking chances that we learn how to be brave. Do not shut love out of your life by saying it is impossible to find. The quickest way to receive love is to give love. The fastest way to lose love is to hold to it too tightly. In addition, the best way to keep love is to give it wings. Do not dismiss your dreams. To be without dreams is to be without hope. To be without hope is to be without purpose. Do not run through life so fast that you will forget not only where you have been, but where you are going. Life is not a race, but a journey to be savored each step of the way.
Even the microphone feels hot. So please be seated, though you can keep fanning. And thank you, Casey. Thank you, Nicole. We are gathered today for a convocation ceremony in this great university's 175th year. People have been gathering for convocation ceremonies at Longwood for a very, very, very long time. You all, the seniors, you all have seen a great dose of transition during your years. For some of you, I'm the fourth president, I think, standing before you. Now, to put that in context a little bit, when my grandmother in the class of 40 was sitting in your seats more than 70 years ago, the president at that time, the iconic Joseph Jarman, was well into his 40th year of being the president of Longwood. And in fact, my grandmother's mom from the class of 10 was at Longwood right when Dr. Jarman was starting. Now, I don't know whether I've got 44 years in me, but I'm going to be around for a while. So, less transition in the future. Let me recap the order of the day, and then we'll get to business. So, a little bit more blathering from me, then some sage words from our rector, Mary Ann Radcliffe, a few more sage words from me. We will then recognize some of our great faculty members with awards, and then, briskly, given the heat, we will get to the main event. Let me make a couple introductions before I turn the microphone over to Mary Ann. First, our splendid faculty is arrayed before you in their regalia. Faculty, why don't you rise up as a body? You all appreciate it now. You'll appreciate it even more in the years to come once you are alumni of the alma mater. How truly wonderful the faculty are. As you talk to friends who aren't at Longwood, I hope you already really do know that in your bones. And I'm certainly proud to count myself among the ranks of the faculty too. And I think some of my students from my course are even here, so they promise not to heckle if they are. Another introduction. Our Board of Visitors is sitting behind me. We emphasize citizen leadership here at Longwood a great deal, and very, very rightly. And when you all think of what citizen leadership is, try to put it concretely in your mind. Our Board of Visitors, the members of the board, are a great example of it. They receive no compensation for serving on this board. They often just are paid in grief and hardship and long hours. The board is the body, as at other universities in Virginia and at other places, that sets policy for the university. And let me introduce them to you. Board members, please stand as I say your names. Mary Ann Radcliffe, our rector, class of 92. Judy Lynch, our vice rector, class of 87. Jane Maddox, another member of the executive committee. Steve Mobley, class of 93. Shelby Walker, graduate class of 93. Lacey Ward. And our newest members of the board, Khalid Margoloff, class of 97. And Bob Wertz, class of 85. It's a wonderful thing to see so many alumni on the board. We also have the great honor of having the president of the Longwood Foundation, which raises the money, which does so much good for this university, here with us. Bob Berger, would you please stand? And now I will turn the microphone over to Marianne Radcliffe. Marianne is perhaps one of the most influential government relations professionals in all of Virginia. She has also held several key positions, official positions with the Commonwealth in various capacities. Most importantly, and the thing to keep in mind, is not all that long ago, Marianne Radcliffe, our rector, was sitting just where you are in 1992. Marianne.
It's a little odd to get up to introduce someone who introduced you, but I'll give it a whirl. First, just a message from the board. This group, as the president referenced, we're a group of private citizens who've been appointed by the governor to guide the institution. We work closely with the president and his staff. Some of us are alumni. I think the 90s are going to take over the board, actually. And some of us are not, but we all care deeply for this university and for all of you, the reason we are here. This convocation is a uniquely Longwood experience. It's the perfect blend of ceremony and irreverence. It's a concrete example of the fact that the good things in life should be celebrated and enjoyed. Your senior year, class of 2014, is still largely before you. Enjoy it, gain value from it, contribute during it. Between now and May, I encourage you to take every opportunity to make the most of every moment and always be willing to go the extra mile for yourself and for others. As citizen leaders, you will be ready to be of service to your communities, exhibit strong values of honesty and integrity, and possess a commitment to lifelong learning. In addition to all the wonderful changes at Longwood since I graduated, some things endure. The excellent faculty members are still involved with every student. The student body is comprised of smart, energetic, caring, and tenacious individuals. And while you are here, you will make friends that last a lifetime. The Board of Visitors extends to you our very best wishes for a wonderful senior year. Now it is my privilege to introduce our speaker for the day, and I'm very excited to do so. While you have been here at Longwood, you have had more than your share of presidents. The blessing in that fact is that each of them have cared about you deeply and have loved this university and done their very best by it. Your new president fits that same description, and I'm so pleased you will have this year with him at the beginning of his tenure. We believe he will do great things for Longwood, which in turn will do great things for you and me as graduates. You may have read a little bit about him already, but I want to share just a few things with you today. He grew up just up the road in Richmond, but he has spent a great deal of time in this area over the years with family. Like his father before him and all three of his siblings after him, he went off to Princeton, where he majored in classics and played football. He returned to Virginia, obtaining a Master of Divinity and a law degree. He's worked at one of Virginia's largest law firms as a corporate attorney and served her flagship university in many roles, most notably by managing the Miller Center. He's been an investment advisor, chaired a college board, edited publications, worked with national media, and taught Latin at an all-girls school. The list goes on. But I thought you might also like something slightly more personal. He's fairly quiet, but he has this huge, wonderful laugh that makes you feel a part of it when you hear it. He's not yet 40, so while he might be nearly twice as old as you, he's relatively young for a university president. He and his wonderful wife, Marlo, with whom he has traveled to 6 of the 7 continents of the world, have 1-year-old twins, a girl and a boy. So if he looks a little sleepy, you're going to have to cut him some slack. He's a voracious reader, but he watches some good TV shows too. He works very hard. So when you see that light on in Lancaster and think we're wasting electricity, we aren't. He's probably still there. I bet when you have the opportunity to speak with him, he will encourage you to travel, to read, to learn, and to give back. And he will inspire you to reach your full potential. He expects the best from people, which I've always thought is a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will want to rise to the occasion, and you will be pleased when you find that you are capable of doing so. He's our very own citizen leader. And finally, when he's mulling things over and he needs to get away for a little bit and has some extra time, he sneaks off to the movies by himself. So if you see a really tall guy in a ball cap and glasses, it might just be your new president. You're going to like him, and he's going to love you. Please welcome President Taylor Reevely.
Thank you, Marianne. I knew that life had changed for me a little bit when I was sneaking off to the movies by myself, middle of the day. Over the summer, there's a theater off of 288 near Richmond. And I was in a suit, but I'd taken off my tie and was in between meetings and conference calls and thought I'd just sneak in to see a movie. Colleen Margoloff actually has the same quirky habit of going to movies by herself. So I get in, and I'm going to see Pacific Rim, of all things, the stupid robot movie. And I get to the concession line to get my obligatory Coke and popcorn, and the person working the concession line says, "President Reevely?" But I confessed I was going to see Pacific Rim, and all was well. So I'll start with a note drawing on my old Latin teaching days. Convocation is a Latin word at root. It means calling together, which is a nice thing to think about. A convocation ceremony, which is what you find at colleges and universities across the country, is that ceremony when we're all called together at the beginning of the year. And it's a wonderful thing to go through the great academic ritual of being called together as the school year starts. Even the heat makes you think of the end of summer, and this weekend apparently the weather's going to change a little bit and it's supposed to be cool, which will get us thinking about autumn. Now, autumn, as the poets always talk about, does have a bittersweet quality to it. The season of mist and mellow fruitfulness is not an unadulterated joy. And I think as you all are sitting here right now, there is a bittersweet quality. And it's not just the heat that makes the ceremony feel a little bit bittersweet. Starting your senior year at a place that you've come to love so dearly is wonderful, but also hard in its own way. My senior year of college, a time which not yet is confined to complete ancient history, still sticks in my mind really strongly. I had a tough junior year, like Marianne was saying. I was a football player, but my sophomore year, a chronic knee injury eventually ended my football career. And those of you who've been athletes in college or in high school know that sports winds up being a real guidepost to life that gives it structure. And when it ends, it can be a little bit disorienting. the summer before my senior year, after this, somewhat melancholy junior year, I had a really wonderful study abroad experience, like so many of you have had. I got to go to Cyprus and work on an archaeological dig, which is about as exotic as it sounds. I drove a motorcycle to work, or when I wasn't driving the motorcycle, I drove one of those old British Land Rovers, stick shift with the driver's seat on the wrong side. The weather was perfect the entire summer. The Mediterranean was a perfect blue. And after 2.5 months of being an archaeologist, spirits were restored. And as the summer ended, I really dearly was ready to get back to campus. And I got back to campus, and the hot summer days turned into the cool fall days. And I so distinctly remember sitting in the cafeteria that fall and having the realization come to me that my senior year was underway and that college was, in fact, almost done. But I'd suggest to you, if you have that feeling, as I did, that there is something about the finitude itself that gives this experience of your senior year some of its wonder. You're in this great liminal state where you're concluding something, and you're informed by all those experiences, and you're also excited about the future. And you realize, in a way that you couldn't have even quite imagined perhaps when you were a freshman, how much you've come to love this place. And the feeling that will begin to build in you is a joy of knowing that you're going to have a lifelong connection with this place. You see all these great Board of Visitors members sitting behind me, so many of them alumni of the university. Universities excel in building that lifelong connection, and Longwood is so truly, truly wonderful at it. There are some who think that the future of college education is some techno-utopian online experience. I don't think that's true. I think they're wrong. I think that college is about experiences like this, a great convocation ceremony. It's about summer turning to fall. It's about studying abroad, riding motorcycles in the Mediterranean. It's about the friendships that you make, the maturing that happens, the bonding that goes on with your professors and one another. And that's irreplaceable. Somebody quipped to me the other day that replacing college with some kind of online experience would be like replacing Thanksgiving with just a 3,000 calorie protein bar. And I think that's true. Because it's hot, I'm going to keep things moving briskly, and I'm going to wrap up this segment of Sage Words with just another Latinism. We often talk about the alma mater. That is another Latin word. It means nurturing mother. That's what Longwood is for you all. That's the underpinning of the lifelong connection you all are going to have to this great place. So, welcome back. Relish these days, hot as they are. Relish the friendships. Relish your classes. Relish your professors. Relish this wonderful university. All right, so now my tag team partner in so many things, Ken Perkins, is going to join me, and we're going to celebrate 6 of our great professors. There are 6 awards, and we will move through them at pace. First, I am very pleased to present the Maria Bristow Stark Faculty Excellence Award. This award is made possible by an endowment created by the late Mr. Thomas J. Stark III. The award honors his mother, who was an honors graduate in the class of 1914, close to the same year as my great-grandmother. She was later the president of the Alumni Association for the university. This award recognizes excellence in scholarship, teaching, and other professional activities. The recipient of the Maria Bristow Stark Faculty Excellence Award, and you can feel unbridled in celebrating as every award winner is called. The recipient from the Department of English and Modern Languages is Dr. Derek Taylor. Award number 2. I now have the pleasure of presenting the Maud Glenn Rayford Award, which was established in 1990 by the philanthropist J.P. Fuqua of Atlanta, a Prince Edward County native for whom the Fuqua School is named. He was honoring his third-grade teacher, a Longwood alum who died in 1991. This award is intended for a faculty member who demonstrates excellence in teaching. The winner this year from the Department of Health, Athletic Training, Recreation, and Kinesiology, which is also suffering the withering heat in Willett, is Dr. Sharon Menegoni. Sharon, will you come down? Award number 3. Third award is the Maud Glenn Rayford Junior Faculty Teaching Award. The Rayford Junior Faculty Teaching Award is intended to recognize excellence in teaching for a faculty member in his or her third, fourth, or fifth year of full-time teaching at the university. The winner this year from the Department of Chemistry and Physics is Dr. Sarah Porter. Number 4, I am now pleased to present the Provost Scholarship Award, with the Provost standing right here. Provost Scholarship Award is intended for a faculty member who demonstrates excellence in scholarship. The demonstration of scholarly excellence may include, but is not limited to, scholarly publications or accomplishments, presentation of new disciplinary or pedagogical knowledge, public performances or shows, successful development of grants, and serving as an editor or reviewer for professional journals. The winner this year is from the Department of History, Political Science, and Philosophy, a department recently marred by the admission of me to its ranks. Dr. David Coles, would you please come down? Our next award, on a otherwise purely celebratory day, strikes a somber note. Last year, at almost exactly this time of year, earlier this week, Bill Stewart, a beloved professor, beloved member of this community, died suddenly. This award is named in his honor. Bill's father was on campus earlier this week and got to visit with many of us. The William David Stewart Leadership and Service Award is intended for a faculty member who demonstrates excellence in service activities and who serves as a citizen leader role model for Longwood students. The winner this year from the Department of Communication Studies and Bill's dear friend is Dr. Pam Tracy. Celebratory in its own way. All right, we come to the last of our 6 awards. This one established in 1994. The Junior Faculty Award is intended to recognize a junior member of the faculty, a person who has been at Longwood from 3 to 5 years. The faculty member must have demonstrated excellence in teaching and scholarship and in participation in university activities. The Junior Faculty Award winner for 2013 is from the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, Dr. Leah Schilling-Trena. It is very fitting on this great day to celebrate our faculty. And now we've gotten to the main event. We are about to celebrate your official transition into seniorhood. So, cappers, begin to get ready. Logan Miller, president of the senior class, please come forward with your capper. Dylan. All right, important instructions await. With seniors remaining seated. Cappers, please come to your feet. In a few moments, I'm going to read the magic words. Dylan will hand the cap to Provost Perkins, and upon reading the magic words, Provost Perkins will bestow the cap, and then all cappers will proceed in similar fashion. Here come the magic words. By the power vested in me by virtue of my office, I hereby declare that the members of the class of 2014 are this day, September 12, 2013, now officially recognized as seniors and capped accordingly.
All right, if we could all start taking our seats, please. Could everyone please take their seats? Thank you. All right, everybody. Hello. Woo! All right, I know it's really hot. I'm sorry. We'll get the pictures in a little bit. But hey, class of 2014, we're here. We're seniors, right? To me, our college experience is really a lot like hearing a song for the first time. It starts out, we move in freshman year, not really knowing what's going to happen, if we're going to like it or not. Then the first verse comes along, sophomore year, and we begin to feel the rhythm and flow of everything on campus with our clubs and organizations, the new people that we meet in our lives, and the intense workload that's put on our shoulders. Finally, we get to comfortable junior year, and the beat really drops. Some of us will love it and begin to dance. Others will realize it's not quite for them and will change the station until they find their own song. Music is meant to be enjoyed in the moment, much like our time here at Longwood. By now, we have all probably found the dance for us, whether it's biology, education, or even communications or business. Even with so many of us moving to a different tune, we are still marching to the same beat, that is Lancer Pride. This beat makes us pause to jump on black crowns and skip over those blue rotundas. It makes us stay up late to watch our very own Blue Man group stroll down the colonnades and even catch professors doing the Dougie in D Hall the night before final exams. To other schools, our song may seem strange, but hey, to us, it's a classic, and we wouldn't change it for anything. Unfortunately, as all of our favorite songs do, our time here at Longwood will come to an end. Luckily, our song is still playing, though. We still have one more verse, one last chance to take advantage of those opportunities we have before us here at Longwood. So do that this year. Go out and make a difference in the community. Reach out to those who maybe you don't know as well, and keep the ones you already do know even closer. After our song ends, and we will look back and reflect on our time here at Longwood. In terms of our song here, you might ask, did I do everything I wanted to? Did I make a lasting impression on anybody? And did I lay a strong foundation for my future? But fellow seniors, remember our song is not over yet, so do not spend your time this year reflecting just yet. Go out and live your song, dance your dance, and let's have an incredible senior year. Go Lancers.
Thank you, Logan. And the moment of liberation and more pictures draws very close. Let me, before we get to the alma mater, let me say a few quick words of thanks. Lots of hands go into putting a grand ceremony like this together. First, the faculty marshals, student volunteers, the registrar's office, which organized the processional and assisted with other activities. Dr. Gordon Ring, the Wind Symphony, and especially Diane Easter, Jeannie Hayden, and Jennifer Sawyer, the hidden masters who perform the feats of logistics that make this all work. So, we come to the alma mater, and Holly Madison of the class of 14 will come forward and help us sing it. Holly? Please stand.
Faithful and devoted be thy sons and daughters forever. Hail to thee, dear alma
hoist the colors and then recess. Please stay standing. Permission to retire the colors. You may.